Welcome to Construction Revolution.
The revolution in the construction industry isn't just coming, it's already started.
This is Construction Revolution.
Construction Revolution.
This is the
This
revolution.
is the revolution.
Construction
Construction
Revolution. So hi, I'm Matthew Newberger. I'm the host of the Construction Revolution podcast that is really dedicated to the built environment in the construction industry. Our whole goal with the Construction Revolution podcast is to help you grow a sustainable business where you love the work you do and you attract people, new players to the industry that really believe that we all have to work together in order to create a better work environment and win the work we want and avoid the types of problems that the industry has created over the years of doing it a certain way. So I'll be sharing with you ideas from the latest technology you can use, the latest mindset, the way companies are working together to attract business, win the type of work they want to win profitably. Having project managers and superintendents that really enjoy the projects they work on, rather than having to chase work, deal with the inevitable surprises you have in your business that make it not fun and hard to build a reputation you really want to enjoy. So who am I and why should I be talking about this? Well, especially the fact that I was an investment banker. So what the heck, what right do I have as being an investment banker to be talking about construction? So a little bit on me is that when I was a kid, the first thing that I experienced was my parents getting a divorce. And when they got a divorce, my mother decided to move out into the country and with her son and no other resources, build a house. I lived in a trailer and helped my mom build a house. And every once in a while, we'd get some friends that would come and help us, like having a drywall hanging party. Yay! How much fun is that? To really growing up and understanding and appreciating everything that goes into building something that's durable and sustainable and understanding the pride that comes from doing that. So fast forward past my investment banking years, and I realized I didn't want to be an investment banker. The reason I really became an investment banker is because I heard it was a great way to make money. So I worked hard in school and I became an investment banker. And then I looked ahead at the people that were doing maybe closer to retirement doing the work I was doing. And I said, I don't really want to, that's not the lifestyle I want, and I then decided that what I really wanted to do was build training to help businesses become better. So I decided while I was an investment banker that I would build my own training program, complete with recorded tapes. And I would surprise my wife one day when she came home and show her what I had created. Of course, I did that. And I got to tell you that when my wife actually saw what I had created, I was expecting excitement, but what I got was disappointment. Now, if anyone ever is disappointed their spouse, you'll know what I mean. You know what that look of disappointment on their face looks like. For my wife, it was, look at this great training program I've created. And later she would tell me that what she realized was the days of being an investment banker and the country club and not having to worry about work were kind of over because I was going to start something. And of course, she supported me. We're married today, wonderful 23-year marriage. And I'm so thankful for her. But I got to tell you, it started off with her being really freaked out that this is what I wanted to do. So what I'm telling you is this is my passion. This isn't something I did for money. I started that career and then I decided it made more sense to follow my passion. So why construction? Well, when I started this business 17 years ago, Newberger & Company, one of our first clients was an association in the construction industry. The second client was a services business that washed windows, repaired garages, exterior facade restoration for high-rise buildings. And I noticed that when they came to me for help, there was a way that they were doing business that seemed unfair to them, meaning they were beat up on bids. They were always asked to bid, so they were bidding a lot, and they wouldn't necessarily win a lot. People were using their bids to essentially get better pricing with the contractors they wanted to work with. So I thought that was kind of unfair. Now, fast forward, I then experienced working with other construction companies, subcontractor, electrical contractors, drywall contractors, general contractors, construction managers. And I saw this pattern emerge, which was everybody was a little bit out for themselves too much, meaning the subcontractors wouldn't necessarily help the general contractor understand whether a project was actually constructible. It was buildable. So in 2015, I decided I was going to conduct a construction survey. And the reason for that survey was because I was fascinated how everybody was out for themselves. And there was sort of this process of not sharing information, not working for the greater good of the project. And it was sort of this old school way of doing things. But I also saw this younger generation coming into the business and not wanting to do it that way. So we did this study, we constructed this study to really help answer some of the questions of why does the industry work the way that it does? And if anybody wants that study, I'm happy to share it with you. We found out some fascinating things. Over 230 different businesses in the Mid-Atlantic working in the construction or the built environment. That's owners, architects, engineers, general contractors, subcontractors, suppliers. And we asked some important questions. Why do you do business the way you do? In other words, why do you sometimes change order your way into profitability? Why do you ask for 3 bids? Seemingly like obvious questions that you would ask. So when we conducted this study with 230 participants in the Mid-Atlantic, we asked all the obvious questions. Why do you get 3 to 5 bids? Do you always pick low price? Are there favorite relationships you like to work with? Why do you sometimes hide information so you know that you can charge more for the project and maybe you bid it a little bit low now? Why does the industry joke about the fact there's never enough money to do the project right the first time, but there's always money to do it over and litigate? Why are these just things we've come to accept? And the information was astounding. I'll give you one example. One of the questions we asked was and we asked this to owners and we asked this to GCs. And the question was, when you ask for a lower price from your contractor, how often do you need the lower price in order to award the contract to that contractor? Maybe it's obvious to you, but to me, this was really surprising. 30% of the time, the person asking for the discount actually needed it to proceed. Now, here's what that means. 70% of the time, someone's asking a contractor for a lower price. They've already made the decision they want to work with you, and they don't need you to lower your price. They're just asking. Now, I know that we're all out to get the best price on a project, to build the best buildings, to build the best projects. But at the same time, that line of thinking is what I'm passionate about changing. What I believe is that we don't need to focus solely on the beginning of what happens on a project. What I mean by that is it's not about the price on the contract when you start the project or at award. It's really about how much the project is successful at the conclusion and how much everybody wants to work together again. So what we realized is that everybody's a little out for themselves, and that's okay. You should protect your business, but at the same time, there's not a mindset that we're all in this together. So this thought of, and this is sort of an emerging, this is something that the younger generation is going to be talking about, is the difference between a conscious business and what we would consider a traditional business. And what I mean by that, and what this study illustrated to us is that a conscious business understands that it has to take care of everybody around it. So imagine you're a contractor. You have to take care, if you're a general, you have to take care of your subs. Your subs have to take care of their suppliers. The owners have to take care of the general contractors, right? It's one thing to get a great price on a project and have the project built well. But if the company that performed that work can't sustain their business in a healthy way and sustain their employees in a healthy way, you're not going to be able to repeat that success as easily. So this new way of thinking, this revolution, if you will, is really understanding how everybody has the intention of finishing a project that they are proud of and celebrating their work together, how they had each other's backs. But then more important, how does technology, the next generation, play into that? How does training your people play into that? All these things are things that we learned have to be examined very carefully. What we know for sure through all of the work that we've done is we are seeing success, less litigation, more repeat business when a contractor really looks out for the parties around them and not just their self-interests. So that's really our passion and what the construction revolution is about. I believe that there will be a certain faction that will do things the way they've always done. And I believe that there'll be less and less work for people that want to do things the way they've always done it. And in this revolution, the next generation, the innovators, if you will, even maybe the old school businesses that want to change, are really going to begin to focus on how do I take care of the people that I do business with, contract, and the people that give me contracts better than I've ever done before in new ways. How do I innovate the ways I take better care of them? How do I figure out what their pain is and help them solve it? And by doing that, you're going to find that your prices are lower. People are looking to help you, and people are going out of their way to do business with you. So that's really what the construction revolution is about. And through every contractor we've worked with, even the associations that we work with, what we found is there is a huge reward for this. So in other words, there's less litigation, there's lower cost on the job, there's less mistakes, and more jobs are completed on time, or sometimes even early. And so the construction revolution is all about bringing the industry together to look out for each other, to look out for a better built environment, using all the tools and resources that we know about today, as well as those that are in development right now. Technology, software, new thinking ideas. So I hope you'll join us on this podcast. I hope that helps you understand why I took a hard look at things and decided it was time to change. And I know everyone's not coming with us. I know that only certain companies that really want to innovate and change and work together as a group, as an organized group for the betterment of each other and the project, are the folks that will really lead the revolution. So I'm hoping that's you, because I believe that has rewards way beyond profitability. The sanity of the business owner, the managers, the property managers, the project managers, the superintendents, the supervisors. If we can make everybody's life a little easier and a little less contentious, a little less waiting, who's going to step on my toes today? And instead, how do I help that person over there? Because I can see that they're going to run into a problem. The more I can just improve everybody's lives, and you can improve everybody's lives, and really it's not about me, it's about you, the better this industry is, the more attractive it is to people that are just graduating college now. So for the next generation, and for those of you that want to be on this journey, I am looking forward to working with you, hearing from you, having you on the podcast, sharing your ideas, and ultimately having you lead this change, what I believe will make the industry better and more attractive and fulfilling for everybody. So that's my story. That's why I'm passionate about this. And I can't wait to meet you and spend more time with you leading the construction revolution. Okay, so for those of you who want to join the revolution, where can you find us? Well, first of all, we have a LinkedIn page. We'll direct you to that as well. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us anywhere you can find podcasts. Just look for the Construction Revolution and join, follow, and most importantly, participate. By sharing your opinions and your ideas, as a collective, we make this industry better a lot faster. So look forward to seeing you on LinkedIn, YouTube, our podcasts. Thanks again for following. Look forward to seeing you soon.